Hello, my name is Sheena Burton. I am here today for the podcast on the psychology of forgiveness and its ethical complexities. So thank you for joining me today. If you're new to me, I'm from San Diego. I'm an artist, singer, songwriter, musician, and healing practitioner. I specialize in yoga and Reiki healing. I'm also a big advocate for mental health, hence my passion for ethics and healing and psychology. It has been a huge part of my journey, and that is why we're here. So today I bring to you this topic, and we are exploring the psychology of forgiveness and its ethical complexities, its profound mental health benefits, and its ethical challenges, especially in the context of trauma or harm. So we will be uncovering the major key points, mental health benefits of forgiveness, the ethical complexities in forgiveness after harm, and the role of restorative justice in promoting emotional healing. What is forgiveness? A lot of us, have a different definition, have a different experience, but the definition, or one definition, would be the conscious decision to let go of resentment or anger towards someone who has caused harm, regardless of whether they deserve it. Forgiveness is not condoning harm, forgetting, or reconciling unless both parties choose to do so. So there's many health benefits that forgiveness comes with, and there has been many psychological studies showing how forgiveness can reduce stress, anxiety, depression. There was a study from UCLA in their stress lab, and they started off with showing that, forgiveness can be used as a stress buffer. The study highlights that forgiveness acts as a coping mechanism to mitigate the negative impacts of stress. People who adopt a forgiving mindset are better equipped to handle stress-related disorders. So, cumulative stress and mental health. The research emphasized that high levels of cumulative stress are linked to greater risk for mental health issues like anxiety and depression. Forgiveness was shown to reduce the intensity of stress effects over time. The physical health benefits: when you forgive, many individuals from this study reported fewer stress-related symptoms such as headaches, fatigue, chronic pain, chest pains, whatever your physical ailment was, it significantly reduced. And the emotional relief associated with forgiveness may positively influence your physical health, because your mental health and your physical health go hand in hand, yin and yang. This study suggests that forgiveness interventions could be integrated into therapeutic practices to help people reduce stress and improve psychological well-being. Teaching forgiveness as a coping style might prevent stress-related disorders in high stress environments or individuals with a complex past. So we're going to get into some more stuff, more so centered around how forgiveness promotes emotional resilience and improves your physical health, like lowering that blood pressure, getting that better sleep. So our bodies, when they're under stress for long periods of time, they not only have the psychological, but they have the physiological response. And I can personally attest to this one. I've had a very personal experience with this one this year. And when you forgive and you can get your mind state, that one mind state that's just stuck in the, rumination over the past and the fear, if you can get that under control, not by ignoring or not validating how you feel, but learning how to assess and process your emotions with a therapist or with a trusted individual or with your own self-study, soon enough, your biological and chemical imbalances will start to shift into a calmer state of being. And all of those natural ways that you want to feel, or that you may have felt before at a better time where you didn't have the stress and anxiety, that is possible, but it's only possible when you can get your stress and your forgiveness factors and your trauma under control and resolved or addressed. So not ignoring or suppressing the things that may have caused you harm. It's very important because the body never forgets, and you may forget in your mind, but your body will respond and react certain ways. And until you unpack and uncover all of that, that's when you can kind of restore that balance. So your central nervous system will start to, regulate itself, and you'll start to feel a lot better. And there are many ethical complexities in forgiveness and trauma. That's something that we're going to go over next. And we got to just, address this dilemma. Okay, so it's all about, is forgiveness always ethical? Is it necessary? Some people find that forgiveness, defined as letting go of the anger and pain, can help them heal and move forward. And that's great. And others, they feel empowered by maintaining boundaries and focusing on justice or self-protection instead. So it's really a personal choice. It's going to look different from the next person, even if you have the same circumstances. And that is just what you have to be okay with. Sometimes we can get caught up in the judgment of like, well, this thing happened to me and this is how this person responded, but we all are biologically and spiritually constructed in different ways. And what works for you may not work for the next person, and vice versa. So we have to just focus on ourselves and choosing what is best for us in our healing. There may be situations like betrayal or childhood abuse that may feel impossible, to forgive. But it is possible to assess and process in a trusted situation with a professional or with a trusted individual. And there are ways that you can choose forgiveness around these deep-rooted issues. So you got to just explore the balance between, your self-healing and holding others accountable who are around you. There's only so much that you can do in holding others accountable. There really has to be a mutual effort of both parties wanting to heal and change for the betterment of the relationship, while at the same time, the focus needs to be on doing what is in the best interest of yourself or the victim, and preserving your mental health by not interacting with such dynamics if they are not supportive, and being okay with that seemed loss, because it's more of a loss to lose yourself due to the inaction or support or love from others. Because at the end of the day, we are all just people. And we can't hold so tightly to this idea of who we thought someone could be. We have to be the ultimate person for ourselves, the ultimate protector, the ultimate lover. And anything else that we receive from the outside is just that. It's great, but we host everything that we need within. So I urge you guys to think about supporting the programs that are available in promoting forgiveness and healing. There's organizations out there like the Restorative Justice Initiative in New York. There's a Center for Justice and Reconciliation. And I'll also just plug my lifestyle brand, Escape the Matrix, where we do yoga, Reiki energy healing, sound healing, grounding out in the heart of nature, getting out of the hustle and bustle of the matrix, and talk therapy. So really just supporting these organizations and thinking about donating to help train the facilitators and create safe spaces and support the survivors so that we can have a better future for the survivors and for everybody who is here to learn as we go forward into these new ways of being and applying so we don't repeat generational trauma. I wanted to end this podcast with an uplifting message that, forgiveness isn't just about letting go. It's really about freeing ourselves to live fuller lives while fostering a more compassionate world, and knowing that anything is possible when we just put the work in, put the effort in, and not let fear guide. So I thank you guys so much for tuning in. I encourage you to share the podcast and join the cause. Again, my name is Sheena Burton here in San Diego. Thank you again and take care.